Hola.
We're back.
Hola, primas. Hey, how are you?
We're back.
We're good. You can hear me. I can hear you.
I can
Right?
hear. Yes,
Okay.
yes. Hopefully.
Perfect. Okay. Well, I'm Glady,
And I'm Christy.
and this is Dear
Dear
Primas.
Primas.
Okay, we are back, and we have been, I think we've been releasing pretty consistently. Well,
Do you hear the baby screaming in the background? Because look, I got my mother-in-law here. I got my husband out there. She is in no. I think she's going to bed,
oh,
and
yeah.
that's the issue right now. So she's knows when to milk it.
We'll be like, no background noise while
Yeah.
editing. But speaking of, no, this episode.
Yeah.
Anywho, so what have we been up to these last couple weeks?
Yeah. Yeah. You can go first.
So before like our last what, 3 episodes? I don't even know how many episodes. I was like,
Yeah.
I might have a baby by now. I might have a baby by now. All of those episodes, I did not have a baby by now. But officially, he has entered the world April 12th. It was a Saturday. No, it was sunny outside. No, but he
Perfect conditions.
we'll probably have to do another birth story episode, I think, maybe to
Yes.
talk
Yes.
all
Yes.
things that, maybe birth story slash beginning times of postpartum and whatnot.
As it's fresh in your mind. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. And so maybe like a quarterly check in with that.
I I've been loving your
Oh,
postpartum chronicles. I
yeah.
think that is yes,
And I've been
gold.
getting pretty good feedback, like either those that are relating or those
Hmm.
that had been, like so many that have been through it. Because to be honest, a lot of my friends, I'm late in the game starting with the children, so they've been through it. And so they'll be like, oh, I experienced that too. And, it
Yeah,
gets better or this. So it's been really nice, I think, on all avenues for
yeah,
myself and then also for like expecting ones. And then those, just to give that advice if they've
yep,
been down the road.
yep,
So.
yep.
Yeah, I should probably work on doing more, but I'm doing what I can. But anywho, he is 3 weeks old, so yeah, he's a little angel baby though. I was so nervous. I was so nervous. I think I alluded to it in other episodes. Like I'm like, I don't know what if he comes out a little crazy. But thank goodness that he's been like the same temperament baby as Antonio. Literally for now, I'm soaking it in because all he does is sleep, eat, poop. Poops a lot. I don't remember Antonio pooping that much, but the only thing he's a little bit more impatient. Like when he wakes up, you gotta be ready with the bottle. He is not about waiting. And Antonio used to be like, and like work like for like five
Give you a
minutes, and
little
then
bit
work
of
is
yeah,
yeah. No, this one he wakes up, he's like, ah!
immediately.
Yes. And sometimes I let him because I'm like, you don't ever cry, so maybe your lungs need the workout.
Yeah,
Um, but
that's
other
so
than
funny.
that,
Maybe that's a thing already as a second child. Like, give me it now. We're gonna start
maybe.
notating these notes
The
because
difference is, yeah, because that's like the biggest difference is the impatience
yeah,
that he has. But other than that, I literally cannot complain. Cannot, cannot,
yeah,
cannot.
yeah.
So, yeah, so he's finally here.
See, maybe he'll make a guest appearance on the next one too.
Yeah,
Just
it's a little
doing it
late
during the day.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adrian's holding it down. Well, Antonio just went to sleep about 10 minutes ago. And then I did not do my water intake. And so if I'm like vigorously chugging this water, that's why I prioritized caffeine today. And I didn't even need it today. It was just a day that I wanted it.
Yeah. Well, good. And we're recording on Cinco de Mayo.
Oh my
Happy Cinco de
God.
Mayo if you celebrate it. I know. And I was thinking about it I was like, dang, we should have been really like diligently planning about this because
I
we said
know.
today that we were going to record tonight, but I could have been like have a margarita delivered at this time now that you are capable
I
of being able.
know. I literally was like, wow, today, I was like 5 o'clock and I was like, it's Cinco de Mayo
I
today.
know. I know.
And wow,
Yeah. Can we just
priorities.
celebrate it on Saturday?
I
Can we wait till
know.
Friday?
Miss, yeah, that's what
We
I'm
can
saying.
redo. It can't be on
No,
a Monday.
it
Forget
doesn't
that.
make sense. I know. So yeah, no, did not celebrate. I have had one cocktail
Oh,
since.
okay. What was it?
It was like a mixed reposado, like some kind of tequila, reposado, something, something.
Okay.
It was really, really good. But the bartender did call me out. It was before the Rockets game. We went to happy hour, and he
Yeah.
was like, well, not called me out, but Adrian was like,
Oh.
it's her first drink since, for like a
Yeah.
year. She's been pregnant. I felt like first I'm like, you're making it sound like I was an alcoholic or something. I'd be like, it's her first drink in a year. And then he's like, "Oh, I noticed she's what she's like she's she's working on it slowly or something like that. And I was, but I don't know. I just had it just because I wanted to, but I'm like, I don't know, maybe it's in the
Yeah.
past. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's not something that I miss. Like I wasn't like, oh, I can't
Right.
wait to have a margarita or
Isn't that
whatever.
so weird how that happens? Like, I feel like just that, those 9 months, it's such a freaking long time, first of all.
Yeah.
But, like, you don't crave, I was the same way. Like, I didn't
Yeah, no, I
crave.
didn't. And I was never like, I'm a social drinker. I used to love
Same.
my wine, but then I'm just like, and then it's like once you're like, I gotta be functioning throughout the night. I don't want to have a
Exactly.
headache. I don't want,
Ex- yes. Yes.
So, but I think just like, but when it's nice that you can have one when you do want one, right?
Right.
But it
Right.
wasn't like, I cannot wait.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I will
Agreed.
say one of my favorite things that I've been loving, and I've been loving it since, I don't think I talked about it on here since like my last month of pregnancy, since March. That brand Ghost, they have like a hydration. They do like, it's like a workout fitness. They have
I
like
think I've heard of it.
they have
Yeah.
pre-workout, they have all the things, whatever.
Okay.
But Adrian's friend, for some reason, gave us this little powder thing of hydration, like the liquid IV, but it's just like a scoop thing.
Okay. Yeah.
And of course, towards the end of pregnancy, I was so tired of just water, so I would have a scoop of it, and
Spice it up.
yes, and to get my water intake up because I was like not about it, and I've been addicted. I have one like
Fun.
every day. I even got a little subscription going. I got it coming in
Okay.
every, but it's a kiwi strawberry or something,
Oh,
and
that sounds delicious.
it's so good. And it's not like
And you
it
just
doesn't
mix it
have
with your
any.
water.
Yeah, I literally so my drink now I think that's helping my milk supply. Sorry guys, this is going not 5 minutes, but I do need to talk about this because I feel like it is helping. I
Yeah.
do. So I feel it's supposed to be like 12 ounces or 16 ounces of water, but I just feel like this much up of water. Put the scoop in, mix it. Put some ice because I like it ice cold now, and then I love coconut water now, but it also helps milk supply. So I do
Yeah.
one of the cans of the coconut, and then I fill the rest up with water. And that's like
Wow.
I didn't have it this morning,
Concoction.
but that's my like pretty much I have it every morning. And my supply has been on one like crazy.
What?
Yeah. And so I am attributing it to that. But they also say sometimes with like the second time you breastfeed or third, whatever, the more you do it, the better your supply can get. But I feel like this drink is definitely helping. And it's
Yeah.
also so tasty. And I can even like do without the coconut water, just that same scoop and just fill it up with water. And
Water.
it's not like super sugary and it's not super salty.
Okay.
But I do feel hydrated and my lips
Mmm.
are not they're not all dry and yeah. So
Nice.
that's
Cheat code. Yeah. Dang. I have no update other than we went to North Carolina, which Bella Boo had to stay back because she had hands, foot, and mouth. I told you this already. 5 kids in her class got it. And then
yeah.
I went back today to go drop off Jaden, and 3 kids in the next classroom below them also were out. Or there was only
No.
3 kids in the class out of 7. So it's been hitting like the poor babies. And so she had to stay back. John was already staying back, so it helped. But it did not help because he was planning on going to work and he was not able to go in because he had to take care of Bella. But yeah, we went to North Carolina, visited Daniel, my brother, who is in the Marines, and was supposed to be getting a promotion, but they ended up rescheduling it to June, and we had already have everything planned, so we just said we're still going,
Yeah.
and had a blast. It was awesome.
Well, I think that him maybe potentially not having that promotion then maybe gave y'all a little bit more time to just hang
I
out and
agree,
relax.
for
So,
sure. Yeah. I don't know how relaxing it was for everyone because what they kept saying was like, I'm so exhausted. I was like, welcome to my life. Like they were exhausted because it was just like my dad, my mom, Ika, like they were just saying how Daniel for sure, just exhausting it was because the boys were literally they're nonstop all the time, and I don't like that's normal life for us.
yeah.
I don't know, but
You're like,
yeah,
guys, it's
it was
usually
fun.
just two of us. There's like 10 of us here.
We
they're
got this.
they're outnumbered.
They at least sleep in. They were sleeping in until like 8:39, and but we weren't going to sleep until late, so that didn't help either.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it was like
Never.
an ideal, perfect night because every night we played games. We did game night. We did Clue. We did Scrabble. The Wolf game. All the best group games that you can think of. So
Yeah, and that's something
it
that
was fun.
the boys will love for sure. They'll remember that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I already know
Yeah.
I'm getting John John Clue for his birthday.
Oh,
because he was so good at
Nice.
it. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Well, first, do we want to welcome all the new primas
Mm-hmm.
and old primas and all of the OG primas? Because I don't know if it's with the consistency or just what, but we've had a lot more people reach out and just say how they've been listening, and we just wanted to say that we appreciate it, and it goes a long way. Like, I get so excited whenever I see that, and it goes a long way whenever we actually know that people are listening. I don't know.
I feel like the best compliment is like that they relate to whatever we said.
Yes.
You know,
Yes, yes, yes,
because
yes,
at the end
yes.
of the day, that's all we're trying to do. If we could help
Mm-hmm.
like one person feel seen and heard and they're having the same feelings and thoughts, then, that's all we can ask for. And
For sure.
but yeah, like there's been a lot that are like they're like I've been listening since day one, and it's now like over a year. We didn't even do
Yeah.
a post for
We
our
didn't.
darn,
We didn't.
but it's okay. Sorry.
Look, again, just to reiterate, I am not the creative person. I go in and start something, and Gladys like, no, we're gonna just.
Thanks.
And
But
I'm like, I just, yeah.
we it's a vision board. We start off with the mood vision board. But no, I mean, yeah, we've made a year officially. This is going to be episode 34. I feel like that's pretty freaking good. Like, even
Yeah,
for our
yeah.
little hiatuses that we take, impromptu hiatus. But yeah, I think the consistency for sure helps. But we appreciate all the tags and the reposts and just reaching out to us directly. We're always open to suggestions on what y'all want us to talk about.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
If y'all are old primas, thank y'all so much. If you're new primas, welcome. I think it's only right that now we just do a little reintroduction, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yep.
Chrissy, you can go first.
I'm Christy. I am a mom of 3. John is my oldest. He'll be 7, or he'll be 8. Oh my God.
It's
He'll
crazy.
be 8 in June. Jaden is 5.5, and he'll be going into kindergarten next fall. And then Bella Boo will be 2 in September.
Wow.
Crazy.
It is.
Yeah.
And I'm Gladys, and I am officially mom of 2. I got 1 to 2 real quick. I have Antonio will be 2 in July, and then Santi will be 1 month next week. Crazy.
Crazy.
So they're 21 months apart, like officially.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we just, with the reintroduction, this episode is going to be for all the moms. Mother's Day is coming up, and not your actual mother will probably not remind you. So, and I mean, as a mom myself, I'm not going to remind my husband either. But
We can talk about the pettiness later of mom.
look, we just have a lot to say, and we mean all of this with love. But no, we just wanted to shout out and kind of just do another episode because we did. If you have not listened to that episode, that was episode 4, 2. Just listen to
Maybe.
2 through 7. No. You'll catch it in one of those.
Yeah. I mean, it says like Mother's Day or something. Dear
It's a-
Mama.
But yeah, this episode is going to be for the moms, for all
It
the
is.
moms.
All the moms that are bonus moms that have their own babies, those that maybe are not moms but are celebrating their moms, who are still with us or not with us. Just, anybody that feels, that y'all should be celebrated or that, like have your special reasons. I think this is a day for everybody that can have the title of mama. And but yeah, this episode we're gonna just talk about everything it is that what do moms really want? What does Mother's Day mean for every individual? Because everybody has a different feeling or meaning towards it, right? And then I think as you continue being a mom, how that evolves potentially, and maybe just a little bit of fun pokes at, what it is to celebrate or be celebrated. So yeah.
I like it.
Shall we start with our opinions on celebrating Mother's Day while currently, so you don't have any children in Earthside, right?
Not Earthside yet, yeah.
But-
Because me and Gladys were both pregnant the Mother's Day leading up to both of our babies. Because John's a June baby and Antonio is a July baby. So we were both pregnant on Mother's Day.
Very pregnant.
going through the heat of the summer. But we got to feel the feels of feeling, that,
Yeah.
but not actually having the human just there yet. So we wanted to kind of talk about that. And
I
should you see
yeah.
celebrate it?
Yes.
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 Take the whole
And
day.
the whole see,
Milk
look,
it.
I think for sure this is the one for sure Mother's Day that you can be so selfish, and because a little human is not here for you to be leeching on us. You be selfish, you do whatever it is that
Yes.
you want to do. Don't let the older generation talk down that, oh, you're not a mama yet. Yes, you are. You were building that human. Without you going through the process, where would there would be no kid,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I think this is one of the most important times to celebrate Mother's Day, is while you are in the thick of creating that little life.
I agree.
So
I agree.
so, so yeah, tell the
What she said, copy and
mother-in-laws,
paste.
tell
Hold,
the
please.
boomers this
Hold,
counts.
please.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, it does. I don't know. I think, and also too, like you said, it is, you should be as selfish as possible before you have somebody that is relying on you 24/7. Yeah.
Because it's not the same.
It's not. You literally have to be like accommodate for and like almost get permission to go and do what you want to do.
Oh my God. You know what? You know what? We talked about that in another episode. I think
We
it may have
did.
been this one or a different one, but
Maybe it was postpartum, I think.
you know, it's just a constant thing that's like, I mean, and this is, I feel like I would say in 95% of the cases, there may be those 5% of just these golden little men. But I think the norm is just, they're just not, they just don't understand. Anytime Adrian says he understands, like, you don't, and you never will. But I think he's like getting an understanding, and there was an incident that happened this weekend, but I don't know if that's for another time, I guess. But yes, it's asking for permission. You can't just walk out that door. Like when we talked about, I feel like we're gonna say the exact same thing, because it's like, even if you know that your husband is competent, you know that they can take care of these children, you know that they're more than willing to take care of the children. But before you exit, you're gonna be like, oh, this is here. This is, the bottles are here. You may get a little stuff ready just in case, right? And even or if you don't, you're gonna think about doing it, and then you're like, no,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it. But you're consciously making that decision to not do it, where normally you would just do it. Whereas if they're leaving, bye,
Yeah.
see you later.
Yep. 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 Which maybe, we got to give ourselves credit because we hold it down, and they should show the appreciation that is done to their liking when they can just walk out like that.
Yeah.
So maybe shout out to all the people that are holding it down,
Yeah.
because you don't probably get enough appreciation. But just know that the Primas appreciate you.
The
And you
Primas
are
appreciate
appreciated.
it, and we're all in there with you. We're all holding it down. We are the anchors here. But yeah, that's just something that comes with it. And I think that just means that you're an amazing mom, because you literally you put everyone else first. And so maybe Mother's Day is the day that you don't do that.
Whoop. Whoop. She said what she said. We said what we said.
Which,
And I love it. I'm here for it. What do the moms? Oh yeah. That's the one. What was the title? What did we say? Oh yeah, dear, give mom what she wants. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. For
Yeah.
sure. It's gonna be the title of this episode, I think.
it is.
But like, we were gonna just quickly,
Maybe not
on
so
the top.
quickly.
What comes to mind? Maybe not so quickly, but yeah. What comes to the top of our mind when what we think moms really want? You go first.
Me first. I want a day of not deciding anything.
Oh, I love that.
No decisions being
I
made
love that.
by me.
Oh, I love that. I actually would like to extend that for a week.
The whole week, at least the whole weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I like that. The weekend is doable. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I would like a cleaner, like twice a week.
Nice.
Beginning of the week and then the end of the week. But you know what I hate the most is cleaning for the cleaner.
Okay, I was about to say that. I'm like, Adrian's been getting, like, he wants me to find a cleaner to come. Well, first they're gonna have to come several times because we have the damn dogs. And then after that, it'll be like every 2 weeks, or, just, something to.
The deep cleaning.
Yeah, and he's the one that brings it up. Like, he brings it up, but it's the Latina in me that I'm like, it's not ready. It's the
Yes.
house is not ready for someone
I
to come in and judge me.
Okay, so this is what happened. Let me get into it. This past weekend, I prepare before I leave the house to be cleaned, and then when I get back, I expect it to be cleaned with the cleaner, right? I have a certain process that I like to clean the house before the cleaner gets there. I dump everything from the fridge, it goes in the sink. Then she will wash those dishes, and it's fantastic. Like we have she knows my drill. But I have a couple of friends that either used to have a cleaning business or like have done some sort of cleaning for people, and she was like, we always just clean around their mess, which is fine. I don't want that. I want the actual cleaning to be done, not around my things. So I put everything on the counters up. I have everything find its home. John does not. He does not. And he asked the cleaner to come on Friday, and I did not prepare the house for the cleaner. It drove me nuts. The thought was there.
Half of it, yeah, I was gonna say it got halfway completed, you know?
It got halfway completed. I got to give him the benefit of the doubt. The thought was there, but my thought process is, once the cleaner comes, the kitchen is off limits for at least 2 days. At least 2 days. Give me 2 days to enjoy the cleaning.
You didn't even get to enjoy it, pretty
I
much.
didn't even get to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Now it's on my chest. So I'm really, really deep in the.
So that's why she said twice a week.
That's right.
Twice.
Yes.
Because we're gonna extend the 2-day period to I have we haven't had not one cleaner come up in this house in the 7 to 8 years that we've lived here, and I just feel like it would be so nice. But it's me. I'm the problem.
Yeah.
I am the problem because I'm sure they've seen worse, you know, and it's really not that bad.
sure.
I mean, it's not bad in here, but the dog hair, I don't dust my blinds. I go through maybe like a 2 to 3 years, especially when I'm pregnant. It does a little bit more because it's part of the nesting, and then you're like, but there's just the 2 blind windows by like the back doggy door that get caked, and those are the ones that I'll hit. But other than that, it's a free for all. If I see a web in there, I'll go and vacuum it up every now and then, but you know, the preventative measures are not being taken. And Mama Dora, my mom, would be so upset. Because she does that all the time. She does that, I don't even know how many times. She cleans her blinds, like, I think 3 times a week. It's insane. I'm like, Mom, you're crazy.
They're a different breed. They were a different breed.
I know. But she admitted she enjoys cleaning. I do not. And I wasn't made to clean. We already talked about this in another episode. So, no decisions made, and house cleaners, please.
Yeah. What else?
An invisible cloak.
Ooh,
So,
like that.
whenever John came in before, you know, Mom. Okay, so now Antonio has this thing where he's like, Mommy, where are you? But he literally all day long is like, Mommy. But he like extends it. He doesn't call me Mommy. He calls me, I don't know what he calls me. He calls me Mama, Mommy, I guess. But this way he's like, Mommy. It's the cutest sound, but it's all day long. And his dad will be right there. It'll be right there. And it's still, Mommy.
Have you seen the hats that say, like, go ask your dad? I love those. I think we gotta order some.
It was like
Maybe I'll
whenever I was a teacher and I had a hat, and I was like, when I put this hat on, you're not asking me any questions. There's no questions for like 5 minutes, guys. And it's the same thing. But, you know, with kids, like your own kids, now they look for mom. He's so happy when Dada comes down the stairs from work, Dada! And then 10 minutes later, it's like, Mama, catch the ball. Mama, bat. Mama, swing the bat. Mama, I'm like, your dad is right there. He's right there. Does he have an invisible cloak? Can I borrow it?
Right.
And I don't need it all day, you know.
Yeah. I like that. I don't know if I could go after that. That's a good one.
Sorry, it popped in my head, and I was like, you know what? That's what we need. That's what the mamas need. A robe, invisible robe. Which, speaking of, a cozy robe would be.
Go ahead and add that. I know you didn't get massages. Have you ever gotten a massage?
A long time ago, one time. I prefer the chiropractor because I need to be propped and cracked. But we do have a really good friend, the mutual friend from dear ex Prima, the mutual friend that knew Adrian in high school. Mm-hmm. She is a small business. Maybe I'll tag her. But she does like I mean, she does
in
it
home?
all. Yeah, like she has her own practice. I think it's at, I don't know if it's at, it used to be somewhere, but then it may be at home or something, but it is like an actual business.
Okay.
And she does like the cupping. She does that. Like,
Oh.
and then she does, and I know this may be weird to some people, but I feel like it's really what I need is like she'll like do the stepping on your back, like to really
Oh.
get in there.
Yes. Yep.
All the
Yep.
things. So I think she's the only one I replied to when she said congratulations on Santi's like post, like he's here. And I was like, I am coming to you as soon as I'm cleared. I've never gone to her before, but I've like, I see her like posts and stuff, and I know she's good because she's like
Yeah.
she's one of those, she like meditates, she's a vegan, she's all one with Mother Nature. So I feel like she knows what
Yeah.
the body really needs. But I feel like, yeah, I need like a hardcore for sure. That's what I need.
That, yes.
Yeah.
Well, so where I was going with that too was same thing, but I like my massage, like deep tissue massage. I don't know if you remember, I don't know, a long time ago episode, I mentioned
Nah,
Edna.
it's not, Edna, yeah.
Yes, yes. Me and my neighbor go to them, go to her,
Nice.
go to them, go to her. We still do. And she gets in there.
That's good.
But I feel like I don't want my massage for that day. I don't want to be bothered after my
Correct.
massage or before my massage. I want give me the monthly plan to go every once in a while, and then we'll block off every Wednesday evening. That's my spot. I'm going. Goodbye.
Yeah. I'm coming back
You do
home and putting on the invisible cloak.
I love
um,
that. Yes.
yeah, no, but for sure. And yeah, I had one gift card that Adrian gave me ages ago before we even got married. I mentioned last time that I still
Oh
haven't
yeah. Yeah.
used.
Come see Edna.
But I know I need to
Cash that in.
just maybe I'd be like, just drop me off, Adrian. Just go and drop me off my ass there. Which speaking of, also last Sunday I got a manicure and a pedicure.
Okay, I was going to say, can we make a moment? Can we take a moment for your nails
I
because they
haven't
are
even
so beautiful.
I haven't had my
They're
these
so
are
cute.
acrylics, but I got them like extra short because I'm like,
They're
look,
so cute
the
though.
last time I did just gel on my nails, they fell off. Like, you mean, because wash
So
the
fast.
dishes, this, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, put the nail on me because I feel like that's the only way they last. But I
Yeah.
told Adrian, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna like, I just want to go get a pedicure because my toes were out of control, and I hadn't had a manicure, like I hadn't had my nails done since I think Nachitos thing, but that was like they lasted like 2 weeks type thing, and I before
Yeah.
that I hadn't had it in like since June, our Florida trip.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, what's the point? And nails, I was like, car seats, nails, can't do it. But I'm like, well, I can just do the itty bitty nails. And yeah, they make a big difference. And I'm just going to
Yeah.
be talking with my hands all the time now. But he was like, well, just get them. I'd rather you get a manicure and a pedicure. And I'm like, well, I'll say less. And so I got there and I told them, I want a manicure and a pedicure, but I don't want them done at the same time. So I'm like, we're gonna be here for a while. Yeah, because I remember the first time, and I had also went with Antonio 2 weeks postpartum to
You
do
took
my.
Antonio?
No. Whenever I was 2 weeks, when I had him, I also went to the nail shop. Like that was my first outing,
Yes. I
and
remember you saying
I got both the things done, but they did them at the same time, which usually it's okay. We're trying to get in and out if it's a chore, but this is like
that.
the time when you
Yeah.
want to enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
And
Right.
in the
Right.
first, it's uncomfortable because you gotta have one hand here, over here, make sure your foot, you're being coordinated.
Always.
So I've
Yes.
specified this time. I'm like, I will be
Yeah.
here for as long as I
I
need to
like
be.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would suggest if you're newly postpartum and you're going to the nail shop, do not let them do it both at the same time because
That's a
it's your
good.
time. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Use
And
it.
for him, he wasn't rushing me. So and him tell and in my again going back feeling bad. There's a 2 week old baby and toddler running around. I'm like, I'm just gonna go get my toes, and he's like, you know
Yeah.
what, do both. He's like, I would rather you do both. In other words, stop looking crusty and dusty and get your nails done. But I appreciated that. I was like, that is so sweet,
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I went to Walmart. He was like, and can you go to Walmart and pick that? Sure. Yes, I
Absolutely. Do you
can.
need me to go to Target too? But you know
So,
what? It is very therapeutic going down the aisles, not grocery shopping, but actually shopping, just like going and seeing,
yeah,
browsing,
yeah.
window shopping.
And I found that Walmart has a great nursing bras. They have good,
Ooh.
nice, affordable ones. The ones on Amazon, I'm like, they staying out here. But they're like comfortable. They have nice padding. I'm not
You
wearing
know
it
what?
today,
Walmart
but
has had a comeback this year
yeah, the
because I
Joyce
have
one.
gotten that brand. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The boys' clothes. I get boys' clothes from there. Oh, bug. I got a bathing suit from there. It was actually cute to cover up. What?
That sound was so crisp.
I didn't get his ass.
But yeah, no, I bought Antonio some clothes. Yeah, yeah, no, and I got some shorts. Yeah, it was a nice trip. Okay, wow, we're diverting here. Okay,
Yes, yes, we are back on schedule.
you said massage. Is that your?
Plans. Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah, that was my answer. Oh, sorry.
I don't know. Do we have any more rapid fire? Um,
What do you think? What would be your?
your ask. It doesn't have to
Yeah.
like really exist.
I like my slow mornings, and
Mhm.
normally, like that's our thing. Is John will do my French toast, and the boys will help him, and I will go to Pilates or go work out, or just do the morning to myself, keep myself
Mhm.
together in my room, and he does everything with the kids in the morning and has the
Yeah,
French toast ready,
that's
and I love
beautiful.
that. Breakfast in bed.
Yes. No, yeah, that's nice. Okay, so our plans, your plans, any
Yeah,
plans?
yeah. No plans.
Mm. That's nice.
Plans.
Yeah, always. So technically, so every other year, all the time, my family always likes to celebrate anything that's like this or, on Saturdays. If it's somebody's birthday, if it's a holiday, Father's Day, Mother's Day, we're not doing it on Sunday because my dad's like, I gotta work. We can't have fun, enjoy ourselves. So it's always on Saturday. Well, this year, Audie's baby turns 1 and his birthday is May 11th. So forever will be Mother's Day weekend, the birthday. So his birthday will be party is on Saturday, and my family hadn't said anything, and I was being like hush hush. I was like just sitting back here like this, like don't ask, don't say nothing, and
Don't make eye
because
contact.
yeah, it's just like that. Newborn bubble, we're over here, and his family. I know his mom's thinking like we're already doing something Saturday. We don't have to do anything. She didn't say that, but that's always like her mindset because they
Yeah.
always celebrate on Sundays. If it's on a
Sunday,
Sunday,
right?
we celebrate on Sunday. So we
Yeah.
would always, do both things. So yeah, so the text went out officially yesterday, which was what was yesterday? Sunday, 1 week before Mother's Day. Hey guys, we were thinking of getting together Saturday at this place at a restaurant for Mother's Day at this time, which happened to be the time that the party ended. But I'm like, do parties really end in our family
And
on both
then,
sides?
yeah.
No. But Adrian was like, well, we could, head out 30 minutes. Like, he was down to head out 30 minutes earlier. And I'm like, okay. But I still was like, well, we have a party, but if we can do it 30 minutes and I put after, like, the start time, the end time of the party, we can do it. Because also it was, like, far away from where the party's going to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then it turned out that Nacho and Jenny, my brother and sister in law, they had like something for Nila and then also a quinceañera to go to. And so then the response is then, well, can everybody do Sunday at 2 p.m.? And I was like, crickets. And then Nacho was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah. So we're getting together at a restaurant, which hopefully it's like a restaurant that's not like a Mother's Day restaurant because we have
Yeah.
done that before. That we went to Sam's Boat in the Galleria like
Hmm.
I don't know years ago, and nobody was there, so it was really nice. So then we did it
Really?
again the next year, yeah, and it was on Mother's Day, and so we did it the next year, and same thing. And that was great. So this is it's also it's called Cactus Jacks in Baytown. I've never been there,
Oh,
but
I've
the
never heard of
pictures
it.
looked really good, and they have a playground there. So
Oh, I think I have heard of it because of the playground.
okay, so and
Yeah.
then Neela will be there. So technically, I
You
will
have a
be having a
babysitter.
little, yeah, I will be having a little bit of a Mother's Day, but yeah, that's our plans.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be
So
nice.
yeah,
No text has went out yet for our families.
yeah,
John's family doesn't really celebrate, but his mom is here now, so we've been doing dinner, or we did dinner tonight.
yeah.
And then mine, I kind of said we celebrated this past weekend.
True, true. No, that's fair. That's more than fair for sure.
So yeah, but
And Daniel got to be there, so that was good.
and Daniel got to be there. Yeah. So really, we're gonna have a really chill weekend, I think.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful. I love
That's
that for
beautiful for
you.
you. I love that
I
for
love
you.
that for you. um. Yeah. No. So I just, it's like, how do you? I don't know. My mom is Petty Betty. Okay, she is the sweetest, nicest woman you'll ever meet. But and she's like, I know she was saying already, like, well, nobody's texting about Mother's Day. I know she was already
Yeah.
saying that to my dad. But it's also like, how do you get that? I still veer on the side of let's be grateful that our mothers are still here to be
Mhm.
celebrated.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
also, I think in that last episode also talked about like pick and choose a day, like it can always
Yeah.
be anybody can be celebrated a different day. And now my feelings are more so that our moms can be celebrated on a different day. Well, and that, it's just all things because,
Yeah.
like it's always so busy.
Mm-hmm.
Santi will be officially a month old, I guess. Yeah, by that time. But he's still a little fresh baby. And
Yeah.
I mean, like, how much easier is it just to have, either not stuff happening or people come to us or whatever.
Right.
So, yeah, I think, how do you get that older generation to, like, I always see on TikTok that people are like, Mother's Day for the moms that are momming, like, actively, like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't
It's
know. I
hard.
don't know. I don't know how to feel about that either because I love my lazy weekend.
Mm-hmm. And especially because
I
you're so
know.
busy all the time, like with
Yeah.
activities for like boys, the kids, and
Yeah. Yeah. I
But
don't
how do
know. I
you
don't know, Primas. What do y'all think?
and
What do
like
y'all?
and you don't want to be that like
No.
daughter-in-law that's like I mean like it's like you say like y'all they don't really celebrate, but like mine does, and
Yeah. It's yeah.
and I'm not
Yeah.
ever gonna be. I think I'll be celebrating another day a different way. I don't know.
Do you
And
do
then on
gifts? Do you get them gifts?
yeah.
What do you get them?
Well, for my mother-in-law, we always do like different experiences, I feel like.
Oh, that's cute.
Which I probably, and it's always me thinking of it. That's the thing. Like sometimes
Mm-hmm.
he, like we've gone to the farmer's market and he'll be like, "Oh, this is like the past he's done really really well." And sometimes I get a little oh because sometimes he does think about it last minute for his mom, but I feel like he puts a lot of thought into it, and sometimes it's
Mm-hmm.
not
Mm-hmm.
reciprocated this way. Oh, I was like the camera's making colors again. But I feel like sometimes it's like the last second for me as well. But I'm like, was there that much thought? Because I feel like it is the
Yeah.
thought that counts. And like how, like, is it just something you just grabbed off the shelf? Or did you really think about, like, oh, like she would really like this
Right.
because XYZ? Which
Yeah.
it's like 50-50. I feel like, certain I feel like birthdays and stuff like that are like super thoughtful and intentional. But then now
Yeah.
it's like Mother's Day, I think is more special than my birthday. That's how I feel. And then on
Yeah.
top of that, our wedding anniversary is May 13th. So it's
Yeah.
always like nothing's, has its own celebration, I think, at this
Yeah.
point. So
Yeah.
I think we're just going to keep celebrating our dating anniversary because, and even then, it's like a week after Antonio's birthday. So you know what? Just us, a couple. I don't know. Um, but anywho, no. So we'll do like experiences for her, which I just popped in my head. I think she likes cooking classes from Sur La Table. We'll probably
Oh,
do that.
that's cute. That's
Give her a
cute.
gift
Yeah.
card or book it. I don't know. I think usually we
Yeah.
do like a gift card, but we did the like a wine class, wine tastes like tasting pairings with food. She likes all that. My mom,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like is harder. She loves James Avery, so we do that. And then I think last year I did give them her and Beto massage cards to one of the Massage NB or somewhere.
Yeah.
Gift
Yeah.
card. Have they used it? Probably not. Maybe Vettel. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
about my mom.
Yeah.
But yeah, so things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his mom's
Yeah.
really
I do
big into
manicure,
like
pedicure.
nice. Yeah. Oh yeah,
Gift
you did
card.
say
Yeah.
that where she goes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then she's a traveling queen now because she's got all these trips planned. So I was noticing like certain things that she did or didn't have like over the North Carolina weekend, which always traveling with people, I don't know why, but I feel like it's just another level of like I love it. I don't know what it is. It's like you could just go into the other room and be like, "Oh, hey, do you have this?" And then
Hmm.
they have it and it's like, "Oh, that worked out great." I don't know, but I was just seeing what she did and didn't have, and one of the things was headphones because she
Mm.
didn't have them for the plane. And I was like, oh, that would be a perfect gift because you can also use them whenever you go for your walks or whenever you know,
Yeah.
now you're going to be
Nice.
traveling. So I'm going to get her headphones.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
That'll be a good gift. I have. Speaking of it, yeah, I haven't even thought about my mom. And then that's the thing. It's like, okay, now I gotta get my mom, and then do I get Vettel, and then Jenny, and then.
Yeah. That's a lot of moms. It
Yeah.
starts adding up.
Yeah. Yes. So I don't know, guys.
Yeah.
Send help.
Send help. Flowers?
Yeah.
Jenny, you really want
Look.
flowers?
I love flowers. Not gonna lie. I want flowers and an invisible cloak and no decisions and no, I
I
do
love
love.
going to the thing and picking flowers. When I say the
Yeah.
thing, I mean like Trader Joe's.
Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah.
in picking flowers, but like, do I want them gifted to me?
I mean,
Not
I don't
really.
want that to be the gift, but it better
Right.
be included. And then I don't know if I said this one time or not, but I got so there had been multiple, and it's only special occasion. He still hasn't gotten on track to just show up randomly with flowers. Only whenever I get mad, and then he shows up with flowers, and I get even more mad because I'm like, it's not gonna fix anything, but thank you. But there had been like, okay, let's say, I don't even know, let's just say the different occasions that I got my flowers right for as I should. But it was just red roses. And I'm like, you know what? You could do better than this, okay? You see me out here, because and that, well, actually, I do always do that for my mom and his mom. I always go, but I like to pick like you say, like Trader Joe's, but I go to
Mm-hmm.
Kroger, get the like three different pre-made arrangements, and I make the arrangements. And I remember specifically for a Mother's Day being like, look at these beautiful colorful flowers, it's springtime, look
Yeah.
at them, they're vibrant, they make you feel happy. I said all these things, and then what did I get for Mother's Day? Red fucking roses. Okay. I'm like, it's so generic, it's so
Yeah.
generic in my, like, they're
Red roses remind
beautiful.
me of the Rule and Ryan Red Roses show. Nothing good can come of them.
And they're always like, I know he picks them because they're always really good. They always bloom like really nicely.
Yeah.
There's never a
Yeah.
dead one. I know he takes his time
See.
with that, but I'm like, I don't want red roses.
How can I tell you nicely, but also straight to the point?
And I think Lisette was here during like a birthday that happened, and I'm like, we've already talked about this. He was like, you didn't even say thank you first, and I'm like, because we've already had this discussion. And then he left, and he got some nicer ones, and then Lisette was like, I still see a red rose in that one. I was like, I just, just switch it up. I
Yeah.
used to love the calla lilies, the purple and white ones that open, but now I cannot stand the smell of them.
Oh, they smell bad?
They're just so strong and powerful,
Oh.
and like, I can't do it. So I had to tell him no, not to those no more. But yeah, I don't know. Anywho, that's my tangent on flowers. Sorry, I like them, but clearly I'm picky. So I could be petty Betty too and get it from my mama.
What else do we want to talk about?
I guess like, I think a lot of, like you said, on actual Mother's Day, I do still want to see my kids and be with my kids. I don't want to
Same.
not like be with my kid. I don't want to be like, no, I don't want to,
Right.
like,
Yeah.
no, like they're
I
the
mean, would it be
reasons.
mad if John said, like, let's get on a plane and go to Miami? No. Without the kids?
That's
No.
different. That's not being in my home without my kids.
No, I wouldn't be. But he didn't.
It doesn't count if you're not in the same zip code, the same state. It doesn't count. It's not count.
Yeah,
We're not
yeah.
sitting at home without our kids.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Being
yeah,
with them on the day, it makes it
yeah.
more special. And you know what I do love getting? Like, just saw, I might have peeked on Jaden's little thing, like it was a mom, all about mom thing.
Oh yeah,
So I do love getting like those things from their school or their daycare.
yeah,
So I'm just waiting for my present.
yeah.
No,
No,
I don't
that's sweet.
know.
Yeah, I don't
I don't
want.
know what else.
I want an invisible cloak, but I also want to be there. Or
It's not
actually,
too much to ask at all.
just gifted the cloak so that I could put it on another day.
Yeah, yeah.
Another day, not
I like
on
that.
Mother's
Yeah,
Day.
yeah.
Yeah, let me clarify that. But if you do want to be alone without your kids, that's your
Yeah,
business.
no judgment here. Yeah.
No. Everybody deserves to be celebrated as they want to be celebrated.
Yes, yes. I
And also,
agree.
it's just hard to celebrate, like, do things on that day because everybody's doing
It
something on
really
that
is.
day. Like, you can't go
Yes.
anywhere and do the things that you want to do because everybody's doing those things. I think
Mm-hmm.
a spa day would be nice. Like, to an actual
Extreme spa.
spa. Yeah, that would
Yeah,
be nice.
yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
Let's add that to the list.
Look,
Give mom what she really wants. Let's go ahead and add that.
oh yeah. We're not on that segment anymore. No, just kidding.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we covered what we needed to. I think
I think
there'll be
so.
some more mamas that are related that can find this relatable, I'm sure. And I think, if there's something that you want to do, be vocal about it. I think that's what I'm learning now is that you just have to say it. Okay, they haven't learned clearly. We just talked about the flower situation. The subtle hints, nudges don't work. You just gotta, men are simple creatures.
Very, very straight to the point.
Yes, yes,
Very
that's
simple
what
creature.
they don't pick up. They're not trying to pick up what you're putting down, okay? They're not
No,
trying to
no.
figure it out. You gotta
They
tell
don't take
them.
notes in their notes app.
No, no, definitely not. No.
Yeah, so
So,
just tell them what you want.
yeah. Tell your husband. You should be able to tell your husband, your partner, whoever is the active role in your life that's supposed to celebrate you before your kids are able to celebrate you because they're just little. They gotta take control, okay? Tell them what you want.
Show them. Yeah.
Yeah. No, tell them. You can't
Oh
show
no,
them.
yes. No, no. Show the kids
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
how to celebrate you.
Yes. 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 Like Antonio and Adrian have been going on walks in the mornings while I get my little, hour and a half sleep in.
Oh, I love that.
And
Yeah.
Antonio comes home with a different little flower every day.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
that.
So that's nice for
That's so
both of
sweet.
them. Yeah. This
Yes.
morning, Adrian was like, "Do you want to go on a family walk?" I was like, "No, bye." Because I was awake, kind of. Like, Santi did really good last night. And I was still awake. I'm like, dude, I still have to wake up. Like, I was
Yeah.
still up and pumping and stuff.
Yeah.
But I was like, you don't make me feel bad about this. Y'all can go.
Yeah.
But Antonio, like, bye, mama. He knows that I'm
Yeah.
like, gonna go to sleep.
Oh,
So that's
that's a
been
good.
really nice.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good
Yeah.
start to the day
Yeah, because
for him.
his morning, because thankfully Adrian's mornings are started a little later, so it's been working out really good.
Yeah. Yep. Hope you have a great Mother's Day. We will plan on getting this out hopefully before Mother's Day.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. And we want you to spend Mother's Day.
How you want it to be spent. And if not,
Yes.
if you have to give, for your mom or your mother-in-law, it won't be forever. It'll be your turn eventually. So I think that's like, and as much as I say it, I don't really feel like that. I mean, I would
Yeah.
still, want
Yeah.
to celebrate my mom.
Right.
But yeah, it does get a little, you get in your head, you
Got
get a
me
little
yawning.
touchy about it.
Yeah.
You're like, it's almost her bedtime, guys.
My reminder came on. Bedtime reminder.
Mine is still like at 11:45. But yes, celebrate how you would like to be celebrated if you can. If not, then you choose the day that you want to be celebrated. If you have
There
to
you
share
go.
the day, hey, look, this is what we're doing on this day, or this is what I'm doing, and then do it.
Yep.
Happy
Yeah.
Mother's Day
Happy Mother's Day.
and
Feliz Día de los Madres.
de las Madres.
De las Madres.
Which
We're
I
gonna
think
have an episode where you teach me the correct. I'm gonna tell you how I think it's supposed to be say, and then you tell me how. I can't even speak English.
how it's supposed to be said. No. Yeah, what if I'm saying it wrong too? I don't know. It's a lot of pressure. We can try. But I think Mexican Mother's Day, isn't it on Friday or something like that?
Oh, is it the day before? I thought it was the day
Oh.
after. Why do I think it was the?
It's definitely before, usually, I think. I don't know. Maybe not. Don't quote me. But maybe we'll do a post. It's like Adrian says, look it up, Jamie. On some podcast he watches, probably Joe Rogan or something. He has like his look up guy, so he'll be like, look it up, Jamie, and he'll tell me that like when we're driving or something. Mexican Mother's Day. Oh yeah, Saturday, May 10th. Oh, it's always May 10th.
Okay. The day before.
May 10th.
Okay.
Yeah, so Mother's Day for the US is always like, what, the second Sunday or something like that of
Yeah.
and then, but May 10th is always Mother's Day for Mexico. And,
Okay.
okay, well, Feliz Día de las Madres todos. Until next time.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Adios.